more comfortable like this. Okay, because this is what I would normally do if you were like sitting next to me in my house. I'm actually doing this for my niece Angela. Hi Angela, yummy kindred spirit. She wrote me an email this morning saying that she misses me and I miss her so much. We haven't seen each other for a really long time. So she asked me if I had a video of myself I could send to her since I got my dreadlocks, and I don't have one. I did send her Susanna's video from Squam. You can find it at inkonmyfingers.typepad.com because there are a few glimpses of me in there. But so I told her I might do one today, and then I thought, why don't I just do it for my blog, because it's been a while since I've done this. And there's not really anything specific I want to say, but I excuse me, I do want to share. I got sick at Squam. It's something I haven't talked about. I had a bit of a bad cold there. So did a few other people. And I'm just now feeling better from it. So Liz Calick, who went to Squam, was everyone's healer. She had this herbal medication called Cold Snap, and it made me feel a lot better. Like I took 3 of them the night before a day of like some shoots I had, and it knocked me out. I slept so good, and the next day I was totally euphoric for like half the day, and then I started feeling kind of poopy again. But anyways, it works, and I just got some. I'm babbling. So one thing I do want to share is something I read on the airplane to Squam, and it's from the book A New Earth, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose by Eckhart Tolle. I know some people have huge opinions about this book that aren't very positive. Some, not. I think it's been well received by many people. But I'm not the kind of person that takes like a whole book or a whole philosophy and applies it to my life. I actually am all about grabbing those little nuggets that resonate with me and applying those little nuggets to my life. So I actually haven't read the whole book. This is just one of the first chapters, and I haven't moved any further, and I plan to. I just don't have a lot of time right now, but I will over the next few months. I just want to read this little bit to you. Underneath the surface appearance, everything is not only connected with everything else, but also with the source of all life out of which it came. Even a stone, and more easily a flower or a bird, could show you the way back to God, to the source, to yourself. When you look at it or hold it and let it be, without imposing a word or a mental label, a sense of awe, of wonder arises within you. Its essence silently communicates itself to you and reflects your own essence back to you. This is what great artists sense and succeed in conveying in their art. Van Gogh didn't say, "That's just an old chair." He looked, and he looked, and he looked. He sensed the beingness of the chair. Then he sat in front of the canvas and took up the brush. The chair itself would have sold for equivalent of a few dollars. The painting of that same chair today would fetch in the excess of 25 million. When you don't cover up the world with words and labels, a sense of miraculous returns to your life that was lost a long time ago, when humanity, instead of using thought, became possessed by thought. A depth returns to your life. Things regain their newness, their freshness. And the greatest miracle is the experiencing of your essential self as prior to any words, thoughts, mental labels, and images. For this to happen, you need to disentangle your sense of I, of beingness, from all the things it has become mixed up with. That is to say, identified with. This disentanglement is what this book is about. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because I read this on the way to Squam, and I really sensed that I carried it with me walking through the woods. sort of observing a little bit more this time. My friends would say that I was coasting, not really attached to any one thing that was happening. Um, my ego wasn't really involved in much of anything. It was like this way of being that feels so being, if that makes sense. Like I'm trying to put it into words. It's really hard, and like this can be really confusing if you read this and you're like, "Oh, that was just a bunch of what," you know. It's hard for me to put into words because it's really just a feeling, like this essence that I was kind of carrying with me. Like I was. I'll just use a really simple example that most people can relate to. Um, I had a cabin full of yummies, and at night they would put on the music and dance around and be lovely and gorgeous and fun. And our cabin was affectionately named the party cabin because it was loud, and that's why Elizabeth tucked us way back in the deep of the woods so people could sleep. Anyways, I think in the past I would have felt, even though I didn't feel like it, I would have felt I needed to be part of it to feel accepted, to be, I guess, put a label on, um, like I am in this inner circle of friends, or I belong to this inner circle of friends. And I noticed that I was okay not being a part of it, observing when I didn't feel like it, still feeling loved, still feeling accepted, just sort of being with how I was feeling in the moment and being okay with it. And and I noticed that everybody else was okay with how I was feeling. Like they weren't feeling pressure to have me come and join them and dance. Although I did one night I was feeling okay. But just like I'm trying to apply it to a very simple example. I know that's really simplified. But yeah, like I love the idea of not putting labels on anything, because then it's just sort of putting stuff in a box. And I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, so I'm not going to try and communicate it on this. I feel a little bit pressured that I have to try to communicate it articulately, and I'm not there yet. So I'm just going to go with what I read and hope that you guys got a little bit of something out of it like I did, and maybe perhaps over the next few months I'll try to articulate a little bit better. But it really, really moved me, and I really sense a shift in my being lately reading those words. And I'm going to read them again and write it down and like apply it to like everything I'm going through in my life right now. Anyways, I know that was a lot. Hopefully it wasn't too heavy. So yes, I'm done, and I want to show you guys this awesome straw. Check this out. My mother taught me that if you drink with a straw, water, that you drink more. You actually ingest more water. So I drink with the straw now, but Karsten found me this huge straw. I don't even remember where he got it, but dude, it's like the biggest straw in the world. Straw! Okay guys, peace out. This was fun. Bye.